Knuckleheads, Francis Ngannou is looking for a fight, and it sounds like he wants his next fight to be in a boxing ring as opposed to an octagon. And if you know like I know, it's obvious why he wants that to happen, and that's because the big turkey leg with all the gravy is involved in boxing right now, and he knows he's going to pay him big money to come fight Deontay Wilder at Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia, baby. I'm talking about Turkey El Sheikh. But listen, what's really interesting to me about Francis Ngannou wanting to get back into boxing is the opponent he's selecting for himself. He wants, and he's saying it out loud, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, out of all people. Now, when I first thought about this, I said to myself, holy cow, man. I mean, Francis Ngannou, you got a death wish, my friend. I mean, we just saw you not too long ago in a boxing ring getting nuked out of there in 2 rounds against Anthony Joshua. What do you mean you want to fight Deontay Wilder? He's got more knockout power than Anthony Joshua, and his fights typically end in knockout, whether it's him getting them or giving them out. They typically end in knockout more often than Anthony Joshua's fight. But then I sat there with it a little bit, and I let it marinate in the noodle up here underneath the fez, and I said to myself, you know what? This is actually a great fight for both guys and a very entertaining fight, right? Because as Francis Ngannou pointed out, 80% chance that somebody's going to get knocked out in this fight. I would say it might even be higher than that, considering their history in boxing and combat sports in general, right? And then I said to myself, what's in it for Deontay Wilder? You know, it's a bigger risk for Wilder, assuming he still cares about boxing, right? Which we're not really sure based on his last few performances and his last few losses. But it's a bigger risk for Deontay Wilder if he's still serious about the sport of boxing. But at the same time, everybody still remembers how good of a fight Ngannou gave Tyson Fury and the fact that he was even in there with Joshua. And if Wilder does the same thing to him, now you could compare and contrast and say, well, Wilder did him dirtier than Ngannou. So a win for Wilder in this situation is not only going to make Wilder a whole lot of money, but if he does it in style, it's still going to give him some credibility, which sounds crazy considering Francis Ngannou is really an MMA fighter. Now, on the other side of it, it will look really good for Francis Ngannou to beat a Deontay Wilder who hasn't looked the same in quite a while, coming off a couple losses here. But it'll still look really good for Francis Ngannou because Deontay Wilder still has the big name, and it'll be a huge scalp for his resume and allow him to potentially continue toiling away in boxing's heavyweight division, which is absolutely crazy right now. I mean, the heavyweight division in boxing right now, you guys, is just absolutely beautiful. So I actually think this fight, believe it or not, although seemingly gimmicky, is actually a pretty good fight. I would love to watch this fight. I would love to see who wins this fight, especially considering the way Deontay Wilder has looked in his past couple fights. And, you know, Francis Ngannou coming off that loss in boxing, but coming off a win in MMA, maybe it gives him a little bit of confidence, and it makes for a great fight. Also, you know, Wilder, as much power as he has, is still a skinny little guy compared to a guy like Francis Ngannou in the heavyweight division. So very interesting fight. I kind of almost wrote it off when I first heard about it, but now as it's sitting here with me, marinating in the noodle, I'm liking the taste of it. Knuckleheads, tell me what you think. Is this a fight you would like to watch? Let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know who you think wins this fight. After you do that, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the Fighters Rep. This is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We are a real boxing fraternity. We love to hear what you guys have to say, and we love to talk and argue and debate back and forth on this channel. So join the channel, help me continue to build, and get your Fighters Rep merch in the link below. Anything you guys spend here, any super thanks, any membership money is going to get reinvested right back into dropping daily content for you guys. Tomorrow, we are going to have a prediction for every fight, every big fight on the biggest card of the year coming up. Beterbiev versus Bivol 2. It's going to be live on our podcast. That's Tuesdays, which is tomorrow, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We do it every Tuesday. Don't miss that one. Tune in live. It's going to be fantastic. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the comments section and tomorrow.
Subscribe and join the Fighters Rep. It'll be the best thing you ever did. Knucklehead. Knucklehead.